G'day. Got another video for you guys. Today I want to talk about overcoming depression without medication. So, a little bit of history. I have been depressed. I have been in depression, and I have gotten out of it. I have never taken medication. I don't take medication. Period. I got to be in some serious amount of pain to even take painkillers. It's not really something that I don't value medication unless there's a serious issue and it's gonna kill me if I don't take the meds. There's no other option, which 90% of the time there's another option. I don't take medications, pharmaceuticals, any of that sort of stuff. So I wanted to kind of give another way for people to get out of depression without taking pharmaceuticals, which just mess your brain chemistry up even more. And it all starts like the hardest thing to do when you're depressed, when you're like deep in depression, is to get moving, to get going. So I had it. I would go to work, I would come home, and so this is back when I was living with my mum. Go to work, come home, and I'd be in my room, and that's it. I wouldn't leave my room until the next morning, and I had to go back to work. Come weekends, I was in my room. I was either staring at the TV or at the computer screen. It's laying in bed or basically laying at my computer. I used to set myself up so that I could lay on my computer chair at my computer and just watch whatever I was watching at the time. The other issue that I was having was alcohol, but I'll get to that. So one of the hardest things is to just get moving, to get out, to get doing stuff, and that's quite possibly the best thing that you can do. Even just going outside, breathing fresh air and sitting in the sun can make it's the first big step, and it is a big step just to get fresh air and to get sunlight. The biological effects of getting fresh air and sunlight is huge. Sitting inside, breathing in recirculated air and seeing only with artificial light is no good for your mental state. And there's a big thing, places like the UK, especially, like the closer you get to the poles, you rock up at work and the sun's not up, so you go inside and there's artificial light and recirculated air, the air conditioning, and you're in there, you do your 8.5, 9, 10 hours, whatever. You come out in the evening and the sun's gone down, so you've gone the whole day, no sunlight, no fresh air, and they have a big problem with people getting depressed, and there's a correlation if you look for a link between vitamin D deficiencies and depression. Now, sunlight is basically required for your body to create vitamin D. Without getting sunlight, your body's not going to make vitamin D, and you're going to get depressed. Now, if you are depressed, simply going outside, breathing in some fresh air, and getting some sun is going to help to elevate your vitamin D and improve the first step of getting out of depression. While you're out there, get yourself somewhere where you might see some plants, some birds, some flowers, and appreciate it. Watching a bird fly, like especially willy wagtails, they're freaking great. I love willy wagtails. They're nutters. They're so energetic, and they'll take on crows and magpies. Doesn't matter. They're ballsy little birds. They're awesome. So get out there, appreciate some nature, get some sunlight, get some fresh air. Now, you start doing that, and you might start to feel a little bit more energetic, So the next step is to go for a walk. Getting moving, getting a little bit of exercise. Doesn't have to be hard walk. You don't have to be sweating. You don't have to be panting. Just move. Get out, go for a walk. Doesn't have to be for long. You don't have to go far. Go around your block. Just simply moving around, getting blood flow, increasing your blood flow, and telling your body you're alive. There's another thing for you to Google, the link between activity, exercise, motion, and endorphins. It reminds me of the movie Legally Blonde. I can't remember who the actress was. She isn't really in anything anymore. But the whole thing was, some guy was killed and the new wife was accused, and this lawyer was her defense lawyer. This bird, it's very blonde. Her whole thing was, but she exercises all day, and exercise releases endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people don't kill their husbands. So, it's a funny little anecdote, but it is true. Exercise improves endorphins. Endorphins is your happy hormone, and happy people aren't depressed. Happy people don't sit in their room and wish the world would go away, or just wish that they'd die. So go outside and get some exercise. So your first big step, if you're heavily depressed, is just simply, instead of laying in bed or sitting in a room, in a dark room, is go outside. Just go sit outside. You're sitting there feeling depressed and miserable. Just do it outside. Instead of hiding. You can still hide, by all means. Find somewhere quiet, out of the way, that's still in the sun, and hide there. Enjoy nature.
There's a mobile speed camera ahead.
Mobile speed camera, really? I don't know if the video just caught that, but Google's telling me there's a mobile speed camera. So yeah, get some sun, get some fresh air. Once you're at the point where you think you can handle the idea of it, walk around the block, and then when walking around the block is fine, maybe you'll go walk a bit further or walk a bit harder. The third thing is food. Food is massive. So recently, this is going back a couple of years, I was working fly in, fly out on a mine site in a different state. So it was it was like a 3-hour flight to get to Adelaide. Then there was a hour flight to get out to, or was it an hour and a half to get out to somewhere else, and then there was a 2-hour bus drive to get out to site. So in the middle of nowhere, like literally in the middle of nowhere, we were in a desert. There was plenty of sunlight because I was outside building a campsite. There was plenty of movement. I was working all day. I was going back and forth. I think in one day I did 30,000 steps, which is huge. Then so I still got depressed. I was depressed. I was miserable. The problem was I was eating crap. It was utter crap. Like they used to make hot dogs and hot dogs and hamburgers. It was literally just a bun with a frankfurter, but it would have been like the cheapest option. So there would have been maybe 5% meat in the sausage, and I used to just eat that. That was it. That was my smoke on lunch. It's just a fake sausage and a bread roll. Breakfast was bacon and eggs, which wasn't too bad. Hash brown and a bit of baked beans. And dinner was a variety of eating a steak and chips, fish and chips, pretty much just something and chips. And sure enough, after 2 weeks of eating like that, I was miserable, and everyone could tell. They were all worried about me. They were all asking, what's the matter? What's wrong? Do you need to go home? They were seriously concerned about me offing myself in the room. And they pointed that out to me, and I was like, oh, no, I'm all right. I'm not really taking care of myself, and I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna take care of myself. I started eating better. I started doing salads. I started having, kept having the bacon and eggs, hot breakfast. Nothing wrong with a hot breakfast. Bacon, eggs. If you got real sausages, happy days. Bit of baked beans. So it's all good for you. But then I started doing salads and boiled eggs for smoko on lunch. And at dinners, I'd get a salad, and instead of so many chips, still eating too much, but eating better things, getting more vitamins, getting more minerals, getting more nutrition. My other phone is ringing. Alright, that little bit of business is sorted. So eating properly, getting the right nutrition, getting healthy foods in you, not just eating empty calories, basically. Like the marketing for bread, they try to make out that it's all healthy for you and it's fortified. There is no nutritional value in bread. I'm sorry. If you're in the bread market, look, you can't survive off just bread. It's not good for you. And all these processed food-like products are not food. There's rules about what you can call food and what you can't, and quite frankly, if it's in the category where they demand that you call it a food-like product, it's not food, it's only food-like. It's something that's produced which you can consume. It's not healthy for you. If you're eating those sort of things, you are not going to get anywhere with your health goals. It's not possible. And it's going to be your third step, is just eat raw, whole foods. Get your veggies in you. Get your nice clean cuts of meat, actual meat, not processed sausages or hamburger patties or stuff like that. Go get yourself some steak, some roast, some mince. Eat that stuff with your salads or veggies. That'll help you out a heap, massively. So that FIFO job, that was a 3-in-1 stint. So I was on site for 3 weeks, I was home for 1 week. At the start of the second week, they were sitting there going, we're going to send you home because we're worried you're going to fucking off yourself in your room. And, duty of care, they need to consider those things and take care of their workers. I said to them, no, it's fine. I'm not going to off myself. I've got 2 kids at home. I'm definitely not going to do that. And I'm going to take some steps. I'm good. I'll be sweet. Just give me a chance. At the end of the swing, they said to me, mate, you are in far better shape, and we're happy for you to come back in a week. Apparently they were even considering giving me an extended R&R, which I would not have been happy about because I needed the money. So yeah, eating right. Now your fourth and final thing is going to be to reach out to people, talk to people, make sure you've got strong connections. Let them know, like, you've been feeling a bit sad lately. There's the whole "Are you okay" day, which I love the idea of "Are you okay" day, but I want people to do it all the time. If you notice somebody is feeling sad, check in on them. That's what they did for me on site. It's what I'd like to think that everyone would do. And if you are feeling like that, then reach out and let people know, look, I'm not feeling great. I'm feeling blue lately. It doesn't seem right that, everyone around me is laughing, but I'm just not finding the laughter inside, Reach out, talk to people, get help. Even if you don't want to talk to people and admit that you're depressed and that you're having bad thoughts, there's services that you can call that'll help. I'm struggling to think of things because I'm looking for my turn off. Here it is. Call them. Lifeline, Mates in Construction. There's so many services and people that you can call that'll help you through a hard time. You don't have to go through it alone. And even if you want, call me, message me, have a chat with me, and I'll do what I can to help you. I've been through it myself, and I'm going to kind of repeat what I've said in this video, but by all means, still call me. I don't want anyone to be depressed, and I most certainly don't want anyone to do anything harmful to themselves. It's not right. All right. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go in this shop and buy some fish. And you guys stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.